Hello, and what I'm going to do is hopefully a short introduction to this Shockwave file. It is a Shockwave file, so it will not be available on an Apple product and probably most of the Android, so you will be using the computers in the classroom or you'll be continuing this thing at home. But I think if you actually type in Glencoe and you type in ES18 SWF, you'll actually go to this, or the document that I'm giving you actually has the link right up here. And all I've done is I've basically taken the information that you see here and I've loaded it up on into a Word document. I've also taken the graph that you can see right here and put that on to a Word document as well and given you copies of all that. But if you take a look at this document, and where the heck is it? There it is. We're going to actually look at some characteristics of the ocean and the ocean floor. And the Earth's highest mountains, the deepest valleys, and the flattest plains are not found on land, but they are found underneath the surface of the water. Also talks about them being tectonic, and they can be divergent, they can be convergent, they can be new rock and old rock, as well as features in terms of organics, biologic creatures. 90% of the marine life occurs in the upper zone because of light. And we've got plants and algae in there which are producing oxygen. In addition, sunlight decreases as we go down, and waves and wind and rivers actually circulate the nutrients around. This virtual lab is going to actually show the research from a submersible, which you can see, explore characteristics of the ocean and the ocean floor. You're going to gather light intensity, temperature data and from various depths, and you'll be identifying ocean floor features and learn much more about them. I want to go in and I want to actually open up not biology, oceanography, Unit 4, date. I'll open up this thing too and show you. This is the graph that you'll be working and using, and I'll talk more about that in a second. So what you're going to do in the feature, if you take a look at it, I'm going to go down and just show this. We're going to describe structures of the ocean floor. We're going to describe light intensity, temperature at different locations. Examine the ocean floor, click on the reference button so you can actually see it. It talks about the continental shelf, talks about the slope, talks about the abyssal plain, talks about all the objects you're going to see here. You're going to identify each of the ocean floor structures by dragging the structure, and that flat underwater extension is a continental shelf. And there's actually another one over here, and there's a slope and another slope, and that looks like a ridge. And that looks like the deep ocean trench. And we got another ridge, and we have a hydrothermal, and we have an abyssal plain. And if I did another reset, we'll get different objects, and I'll explain that in a second. So you check it, and it looks like we got everything. I have no idea what this is supposed to be because I click these and I don't get anything in there. That's fine. Okay, and then in terms of this, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to pick each of the ship locations, and I'd like you to do at least, let's see if we do 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I'd like you to do at least 3 from each section. So what I would like you to do is pick A. You just drag the boat over and look at the depths and go down to 20. And it's going to actually tell you that we're at A, and this is a continental shelf, and the temperature of the water is 18 degrees. And what temperature is that? And let's take a look at the graph. Temperature is going to be in degrees C. And light intensity is going to be a 50, and I think that actually says that it's 50% what we normally get at the surface. So light intensity has gone down by 50%. And then I'd like you to pick 40 degrees, go down and actually see the temperatures decreasing, light intensity is decreasing. And then the largest depth is going to be the depth all the way down to the bottom. And now we actually have a critter here. They're going to say a sperm whale, and you can actually click.
Sperm whales are large marine mammals found in open ocean waters.
I really wish we could.
Sperm whales can dive to depths of 3,000 meters. They feed on small fish,
the whole thing.
squid, and crustaceans.
But you can see what I'd like you to do is tell me marine organisms, and you probably won't find that until you get to the deepest depth. And then move the boat over. And for B, I'd like you to pick 3. You notice we have lots more than 3. You can try to pick 20 and see if anything has changed. You can pick maybe halfway down. And it does make this noise. And so we do have sea lilies, and then go all the way down to the bottom and see that we actually have anglerfish, and you can click and listen to them. But all you have to do is really tell me what kind of critters there. And move over to the rest of them. And if you go over to E, the deepest one, the ocean trench, you're going to see it goes down to 11,000. It's like 7 miles deep. Incredibly deep stuff. Okay, so what else do we have to do? After you've identified it, check the labels, anything that appears incorrect. When all the ocean structures are labeled correctly, click the ocean arrow. Submersible will go down, you'll hear and you'll see, record the oceanographic data in the table that I'm providing, and select different depths. I'd like you to pick try to pick the 20 meter and see if it's the same all the way across the ocean. Pick a mid level and pick the deepest one, drag the research vessel to another, and complete the journal entry. You're supposed to actually go in here. I don't really care about the journal entry, but I would like you to actually draw a feature. Since the site varies the features of the ocean floor, please draw a quick version. And what I've done is I actually made it a little wider, so I would like you to draw like the land, and then where the sea hits the land, that's sea level, and then here's this section right here, and the same thing on the other side. So I gave it a little bit wider, but I'd like you to draw what you actually see, and you can see that if I go to these, I can get different. Whoops, I got to slow down. If you go too quick, it doesn't get them. But you can get different varieties. I'd like you to actually draw. You will get a continental shelf on both sides. You will get a deep sea trench, and you'll get all the things that are in there. But I'd like you to go down and actually fill this data table. Okay, I think that explains it, and I hope that 7-minute and 30-second video does it. If not, you can rewind and watch it as often as you want. Bye.